This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. After a full day of college football, the sun is down, the lights are on, and we still have more for you on EA Sports. It's the Houston Cougars and the Kansas Jayhawks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. The Jayhawks offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man down the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick give. Breaks the tackle. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Let's talk for a second about Kansas. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it, because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied. The fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And back to the air on 2nd down. Just got rid of that one.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away, because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gets rid of it.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. So Houston's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes the junior running back. One of the better running backs in all of college football and a vital cog in this offense. First play of the drive, read option left.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
Hits inside. It's Sellers. There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum. And quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be manning up.
It's a fumble on the play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Dropping back, it's Carney. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Making his first move. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with a score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic, and they'll stop him right there on the return. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defeated.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. 1st down and 5 after the penalty. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sellers. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Encroachment defeated.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. 3 yards, First down for the offense after that penalty. Quarterback keeps it. Hit and dropped, and he... Nothing on first down.
And I'm not surprised that they're giving him a touch early in this football game, too, because you've seen it throughout the season, man. Like, they trust their QB to run the football, especially in big-time situations. We'll see that throughout this football game. But he's already over 500 yards. Like, that's really good. So he's a weapon that they will use throughout the football game.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for the edge. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. He gets a hand on it, and it's blocked.
And how about the push from the right side to be able to get a little bit of penetration, move those guys back, and then just flying in there, laying out, getting your hands on the football, tipping the football, and getting the block.
Look out! Got his man.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what to catch you, big fella.
And the Jayhawks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. A little release to the back. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. This time they'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
He'll do it himself. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs are out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
The Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Finds his big tight end. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Jayhawks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
And the RPO got him. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Carney. Turns it upfield. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. That last completion left them just inches short. Now will they take a shot on second down? Follows his blocks. It's Sellers. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Snap in the shotgun. Grabbed in the middle. It's Edwards. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Back to pass on second down. Finds his big tight end. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the right side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Stepping to the right. Gets the first himself. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on first and 10. Lets it go for the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Going to try to get it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack, but just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Under pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Carney. Had to force that one.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Finds a crease, it's Sellers. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 20.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Pulls it in at the 25. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. On the move. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And this guy's been a weapon throughout the season, man. You've seen him, the ability to throw the football and make plays, but also, just like on this play, man, with his legs, he's going to make you honor them. So he's got that dual threat ability, putting a good season together, man. Inching closer to that 1,000-yard rush mark, that's a big feat for a QB.
They'll try to pick up this 3rd down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. Escapes the pressure going right. Still running at the 40. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another 1st down and yet another big gain.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the 1st half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
The Jayhawks headed quickly to the line. Send the tight end in motion. Fresh setter downs going to the air. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looks as if he's going to run it. There's some room, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kansas!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Drops back, it's Carney. Rushes on. He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Drops back on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We get things going here with a look at Charlotte taking on the number 4 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's the 49ers with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours. Now back to your game in Lawrence. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Quick give. It's Sellers.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
The sure hands, it's Edwards. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Houston going up tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out. Football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Unloads it left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the return. Cover guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble. Has another first down.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Goes high to pull it in.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll move the tight end. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is good. And he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Houston offense comes onto the field. This could end up being the biggest drive of the game. Down 21-0, you have to keep it from getting out of hand. Fighting off the defender. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Carney. He's got it. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. He's going to take off. First down and more. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
At the end of a play, there is an injured Houston player on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want. half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers.
And the pressure gets there. And he goes at the 18.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Keeping his eyes downfield, trying to escape and get it himself. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're all over him. It's complete on the right side. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds. And the Jayhawks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the gun, give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tells the run, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Oh, pressure's coming. Powers through the defender. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Got an alley. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. And the Jayhawks will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Back to pass, it's Carney. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Makes the catch. It's Drake. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. The screen, he's got wheels. Bring him down.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Rush right in his face. Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll just down it right there.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Looking for space. It's Sellers. That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Motion from the back. To the air. It's Carney. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
On the move. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Trying to get started. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. The give to the left. On the stop.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Unleashes one. Connection to the right. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
It's a tough position to be in on defense, right? You're trailing in this game late. You're thinking they're going to run it. We got to get bodies to the line of scrimmage, get a stop, get the ball back. They go play action and throw it over your head. Tough spot to be in.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Right at the line. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Houston offense once again. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Looking downfield, it's Carney. Look out! He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 40. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Keeps it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. After the run, now to throw. In the backfield, it's Sellers. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Quarterback's got the first. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
The run inside. It's Sellers. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.